Hello and welcome once again. This is the second video, which is basically the second tutorial of the two-part tutorial series on how to set up Runguest software hotel management for a new hotel. We earlier said in the first video that there are 6 simple steps. So we are now on step 4. We've done the first to the third step in the first tutorial. So in the second tutorial we'll be starting on the 4th step, which is the creation of the hotel rates and deposits, as well as the 5th step, the creation of the rows, and finally the test, which is actually optional. So we'll start with step 4. In step 4 we are on the main menu. We come to the Runguest main menu, and we hover over insert and then click on prices. When we click on prices, we have about 20 different rates already set up by default for us by Runguest. So we modify the rates names to suit our hotels. Most hotels have more than one rate, so we could name this rate as standard rate. Click on change and click OK. We go back to the prices to check what the change we've made. So we now see that we have rate 1 as standard. We could call rate 2 as standard double, and also modify. Click OK, and then select rate 3 as probably deluxe. Click OK as well, and go back to insert menu, prices, and we just restrict ourselves to the 4th one. Maybe we'll call this one presidential. So now we've got our rates renamed to something familiar to us: standard, standard double, deluxe, presidential. So right now we will try to match these rates with prices. So we have to give the prices that that belong to this rate. So we select rate 1, which is our standard room, or standard rate, and then we can just click on the minus sign here to just have a single row, make it easier for us. And then we want to, for instance, attach a price to standard rate that will run from the 6th of April to, say for instance, 31st of March, and probably we'll give it as 7,000 naira. So we'll be collecting 7,000 naira per night for standard rates between the period of 6th April to 31st May. So if we click on insert, we will have that record inserted for us. We will also do the same for the other rates. Say for standard double, sorry, it's we actually select it over here. It actually should be here, so ignore this other part. So concentrate on this part. So here again, the same way we started for standard. So we look for do the same for standard double, and then we will have that we click on the minus sign again to just have a single row, making it easier for us. So we do say the same period again to 31st of May. So probably for standard double we'll now be doing 9,000 naira, and we do an insertion. So we will do the same for, if we want to do for all the rates for deluxe, for presidential, we can do the same and add prices to deluxe and presidential. But for purpose of illustration, we're restricting ourselves just to standard and standard double. The same process runs for deluxe and presidential. Here we will try to add deposit amount. This is really important to have a deposit amount. Even if your hotel does not collect deposit, but you can just add any percentage here as a deposit value that you collect from customers when they check in, even if you don't. So it's important for the software to work to have a percentage here. But here we'll put something like 10% here, deposit for standard rate 1, and we click on modify here, and the same, do the same again for our standard double. Put a deposit amount and then set our deposit, and that's it basically for this step of creation of percentage deposits and rates. So we'll quickly go to the creation of rules. Creation of rule, which is the 5th step here. Creation of rules means we will be assigning rooms to those rates. So we want to designate the rooms that should belong to rate 1, which is our standard rate, and designate the rooms that will belong to rate 2, which is our standard double rate. So we click on the rules, and then we select our standard rates. So we'll assign the rooms that should belong to this rate. So we will have assign new rules. So we click on the rule and select a particular rate, standard rate for instance, and then say we want to attach maybe rooms 1 to 4 to that rate, and then insert that there. We will do the same again for the second rate. Select the rooms, the standard, the particular rate, and then select the rooms we want to attach. Say we want to attach the rest of the rooms to standard double rate, and that's it basically. So if you want to check the rules we've assigned already, we just view them here. So we can see that rooms 1 to 4 belong to rate 1, and rooms 5 to 10 belong to rate 2. That's it about assigning rules to rates. So we are now in a position to test that our configuration is okay. So we just make an arbitrary booking, make an arbitrary reservation. So we click on new reservation and select a customer, a arbitrary customer, say John for instance, and select another customer, say Ahmed. The customer surname, sorry, surname John and first name Ahmed. Then the email, probably Ahmed dot John. That's an arbitrary email we're putting at yahoo.com, for instance. We are saying check-in date, for instance. Check-in date as 10th, and checkout date as 20th. And then when we insert, we will have to select the room. Even if we want to select room 1, we need to select room 2 or 3 first for our rooms to be pre-populated. So we select room 1 and room 2, and then maybe we'll try to put in a value we collected from the customer, maybe 1,000 naira, and then we insert the room. So the customer has been inserted. An email as well, an email will be generated and sent to the customer. Now we can see the reservation here by clicking on this link. So be able to look at the reservation, and so we've got that, and we can also look at the graph of the reservation. So we've got Ahmed. I already had an insertion here. So that's it for now, and thank you for watching.